Welcome to Highway Herald, your roadmap to the latest in auto. Today, we're diving into the turbulent waters of the Chinese EV market. It's a stormy sea out there, with automakers scrambling to keep their heads above water. Their dreams of an all-electric future are starting to look more like pipe dreams, and the Western markets they hope to conquer are growing increasingly skeptical of the so-called green revolution. We're in the midst of a survival of the fittest, and we've identified 7 reasons why this could be the most dramatic downfall in automotive history. Buckle up. Let's get this show on the road. Reason number 7, the global cooling towards EVs. In the wake of remarkable economic growth, China aspired to lead the world in technology, with the automotive industry being a key focus. The government invested heavily in EV startups and resource acquisition, aiming to outpace traditional car makers. However, the anticipated takeover by Chinese EV companies didn't materialize as electrification proved more challenging than expected. Western governments are now delaying their electrification plans, leaving China in a precarious position. The country's massive investment in EVs, driven by incentives rather than sustainable business models, is now teetering on the brink of collapse. No Chinese EV company has managed to gain a significant foothold in Western markets, and with the domestic market stalling, these companies are struggling to survive. The payback period has arrived, and it's set to impact everyone, including the largest companies, none of which have figured out how to profit from EVs. Reason number 6, the home market is hitting the brakes. You might think that China, with its vast population, could keep these companies afloat with domestic sales alone. But just like in the West, the Chinese car market is slowing down. It's a few million vehicles short of its 2017 peak, and the EV segment is losing momentum. After years of triple-digit growth, 2023 saw a growth of just 45%. Then in February, the bottom fell out. Year-over-year changes are down 20%, and it's not just because of the Chinese New Year. There are many factors at play here, but the Chinese economy is a big one. After years of explosive growth, it seems to have hit a plateau. For the first time, we're seeing only minor growth, and the average citizen is feeling the pinch. The Chinese middle class appears to be shrinking, and the government is struggling to stimulate consumer spending. Add to that a slumping real estate market and a banking system teetering on the edge, and you've got a recipe for a slowdown. Reason number 5, the battle of prices. In response to an oversaturated EV market, major manufacturers ignited a price war, pushing smaller producers to the brink. Leading the charge was BYD, China's largest EV maker, which had dethroned Tesla as the world's top-selling EV company in Q4 2023. However, recent market trends hit BYD hard, leading to a 37% sales drop in February. As a result, BYD models are now more affordable than ever, with discounts starting at 20,000 yuan, around $2,800. EVs previously priced at 100,000 yuan, approximately $14,000, are now available for less than 80,000 yuan, roughly $11,000. Other companies joined the fray, intensifying the competition and leading to discounts of up to 50% in some cases. On average, EVs are now 30% cheaper than just a few months ago. Foreign car makers, including Tesla, have also joined this price war. Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y saw significant price drops, and interestingly, unlike domestic manufacturers, Tesla managed to boost its sales recently, announcing a 26% increase in February. Reason number 4, discounts on ICE cars. This price war has triggered a domino effect, and Chinese EV startups are no longer just competing amongst themselves. They're not just competing with Tesla and other imported EVs either. They're now fighting battles on multiple fronts. Why would anyone assume that gas-powered cars would willingly step aside for next-generation vehicles? ICE cars still dominate the market, and these companies intend to keep it that way for as long as possible. Consequently, legacy automakers are also offering substantial discounts. The price reductions are significant. According to Chinese reports, models like the Honda Accord and Audi A7 are now $4,000 to $5,000 cheaper, while the Audi A6 comes with a whopping $12,000 discount. The same goes for other legacy manufacturers. Some Mercedes-Benz models are now $10,000 cheaper than they used to be, and sources suggest that over 30 legacy car makers are participating in this price war. It's now possible to buy a brand new Hyundai Elantra for just over $10,000, which explains why the EV market is decelerating at such a rate. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 3, BYD's struggles on the global market. BYD, the largest EV manufacturer in China, is a mirror reflecting the struggles of other Chinese EV brands. Despite impressive sales numbers recently, BYD faces a significant challenge: expanding into foreign markets. Although it has started exporting EVs to Europe, Australia, and other markets, sales have been disappointing. For instance, it managed to sell no more than 16,000 units in Europe last year. Considering all this, it's not surprising that 95% of its sales are in China. Factor in the aforementioned 37% drop in February, and it's clear how vulnerable all these Chinese EV manufacturers are. They need to expand into other markets as quickly as possible to survive, but given the latest trends, that's going to be a tough road. Reason number 2, Huawei and Xiaomi enter the fray. Just when you thought the Chinese EV startup scene was crowded enough, two tech giants known for their prowess in consumer electronics have joined the race. Yes, we're talking about Huawei and Xiaomi, who have sent shockwaves through the domestic car market with their high-performance, competitively priced new models. Huawei was first off the starting line with its EV, the S7. Built on a powerful 800-volt architecture and priced attractively at 258,000 yuan, or $35,400, it's clear that Huawei has set its sights on competing with the Tesla Model S. Not to be outdone, Xiaomi recently unveiled an even more affordable EV, the SU7. Priced at 215,900 yuan, or $30,408, it boasts a range of up to 435 miles on a single charge. In short, these two EVs have significantly raised the stakes, making survival all the more challenging for the rest. Reason number 1. Experts predict a shakeup in the EV industry. Taking everything into account, it's not surprising that some experts predict that around 70% of Chinese EV companies may face bankruptcy soon. The market is simply flooded. In 2017, over 500 EV companies were registered in China. That number has since shrunk to around 90, but even that seems excessive for any market. Recent reports suggest that most of these companies barely produce anything, with a third unable to sell more than 2,000 cars annually. On the flip side, the top 10 EV manufacturers, including Tesla, hold over 80% of the market share. It's clear where this is heading. Most of these companies will soon disappear, leaving only a few survivors who will need to band together as the global EV market stagnates. A swift transition to electric cars is unlikely, posing a significant challenge for Chinese EV manufacturers who need immediate profits to survive. Meanwhile, traditional car makers can breathe a sigh of relief, as it's clear that internal combustion engines won't be phased out for decades. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the latest in auto. Don't forget to subscribe to Herald to stay updated on the next vehicle updates and upcoming videos. See you next time.